right now on 5 on Your Side at 10.
A 4th of July fireworks bust,
It's the largest seizure that the city's ever made.
where police found thousands of dollars worth of illegal explosives. Honoring her son, killed when a tree fell into their home.
My baby's gonna have a birthday party that he's always wanted. And I want the community to be able to come in and enjoy it.
A celebration of life 1 year after his death. Flash flood fury, the ongoing problem prompting Wildwood neighbors to take action. But first,
the threat of severe weather has diminished for the overnight hours, but the weather impact alert continues as we watch that flood threat overnight.
while many people headed downtown for fireworks tonight, others were dealing with downpours that put a damper on the holiday. Right now, we're in a weather impact alert as we track storms heading into the overnight hours. And check this out, a look at conditions right now. We're going to get a full forecast update in just moments. Thank you for joining us at 10. I'm Brent Solomon. Mike and Kelly have the night off. Let's get right to that weather impact forecast. Chief Meteorologist Scott Cano here now with a look at those storms.
And those storms are especially down in the Ozarks right now. We've had a couple farther south of St. Louis. We're still in our weather impact alert here tonight, mainly south of St. Louis as we head through the overnight hours. There'll be a few wind gusts out of some of the stronger storms, but the severe weather threat has now diminished somewhat. We're turning more of our attention to the potential for heavy rainfall. So that means flash flooding continues to be a concern through the overnight hours. Where are the storms now? Well, there's a couple that have been down across Madison County, Missouri, trying to slide into Perry County and the far southeastern tip of St. Francis and southern St. Genevieve County. But the stronger storms have been down over southwestern portions of Missouri, and it looks like the main area of stronger storms is likely going to remain south of St. Louis. We've pushed this back consistently here through the last few hours as we've tracked this all day long. And now the trend is for most of the heavier rain to go south of areas that have seen the heaviest rain over the last 2 nights, upwards of 6 to 8 inches in some spots along the Missouri River going west of St. Louis. That would be good news, but the flash flood threat still exists, particularly down to the south of St. Louis. And so that flood watch continues through the overnight hours until 5 a.m. now as we go into your Friday morning. Once that passes by and this rain is gone, we're pretty much in the clear for the rest of the weekend. Look at the sharp contrast here. You won't have to go far to get into heavy rain. Just south of St. Louis, 1 to 2 inches seems probable. But from the northern side of the metro area and going north, may not see much at all. We'll see you in a few minutes. We'll talk about the rest of the upcoming weekend.
All right, Scott, stay close. Well, cleanup continues in Wildwood tonight. This morning, water rose rapidly along Wild Horse Creek, sending full-size trees downstream. As 5 on Your Side's Tracy Henson reports, the trees collided with a bridge.
Oh, man, it's overwhelming as usual. Yeah.
Overwhelming as usual because this isn't the first time these neighbors have had to drop everything to clear out the creek.
It hasn't in a while. Years ago, it was a regular occurrence.
And something his daughter Josie has always had to help with. She was hoping to do normal 4th of July things.
Watch fireworks and eat a lot of food.
And what are you going to do instead?
Clear out the creek.
So where to start with a beaver dam of logs against your neighborhood bridge?
The top. Start chopping and cutting from the top down.
From there, it was all horsepower and manpower.
The water had subsided by the time the residents were up, but you could see the evidence of where the water had been. The creek is about 30 feet from here. It had flown up over its banks, even making its way to the first row of this pasture fence, leaving debris behind.
I had no idea it rained that much. I am surprised, yes.
2019 was the last time these neighbors had to come together, but that time was worse.
Quite a few days because it was more backed up than this.
We worked pretty hard to clear out not just the congestion here, but everything upstream. And it lasted for a number of years. We were successful. So now we're just back in the loop. Trees grow, trees die, and here we are.
After 4 hours, there's still more work to be done. In Wildwood, Tracy Henson, 5 on Your Side.
And the bridge is the responsibility of the neighbors as it falls on the subdivision's private property. It's not a part of a county or city road. A grieving mother tonight is doing everything she can to honor her son. A year ago, 5-year-old Robert R.J. Lawrence died when a tree fell on their home. He was just days away from turning 6. Tonight, Justina Cornell spoke with his mom today. And Justina, that mother is truly working to keep her son's memory alive here.
Absolutely. Well, this tragedy happened last year on July 1st, and his birthday was just 2 weeks away. Now his mom aims to throw the best birthday party for the community and in honor of her little boy.
I go to bed thinking about that smile. I wake up thinking about that smile. I mean, he was a happy child.
It's a smile she proudly wears. LaWanda Thomas represents her son at Jennings Pocket Park. It's a space that will soon honor Robert R.J. Lawrence. A year ago, the recent kindergarten graduate died after a storm came through, causing a tree to crash through his bedroom.
I'm still processing. I'm still surviving, trying to get through it. It's still fresh, but anything I can do to have a happy moment and to celebrate him and honor him, that's what I want to do.
The year anniversary is just days before his 7th birthday.
I wanted everybody, I wanted kids to be there. I wanted them to be able to have fun as if he was still here running around with them playing.
The plan is to have a party at the park.
To me, it's about how do we keep his energy, his life, his legacy alive through other kids that are coming up in Jennings.
Jennings native and community activist Asia Owens met Thomas through the tragedy. Since then, she hasn't left her side.
Naturally, a year ago when I found out about this family, to me it wasn't just any family. It's like, you're in Jennings, and so the call was just instant.
And the call continues. Owens is a collaborator in the celebration, and a wave of support is coming through.
Wow, this many people are, coming out and wanting to help and support, and it's just been awesome.
Thomas said the theme will be Sonic the Hedgehog, a character RJ adored.
That's him. He's going to always be my Sonic.
And that passion carries on. RJ's little brother, Raiden, loves Sonic too.
My motto with my kids was always, I'm my brother's keeper. He's always going to keep RJ. He's going to continue the legacy of his brother.
Thomas prays this passion and the party can bring RJ another big smile.
My baby's going to have a birthday party that he's always wanted.
Now, the celebration of life and birthday party will take place on July 18th. It'll be at Pocket Park in Jennings from 4 to 8.
Well, St. Louis Metro Police bust an illegal fireworks operation in North City. It happened after police got a tip about a stockpile of fireworks near Halls Ferry Circle. Officers got there and found nearly $200,000 worth of explosives, the largest fireworks bust in city history. Police say the fireworks were improperly stored, and they stress the difference between roadside tents and illegal operations like this.
All your fireworks stands are in an open-air tent, and they're so many feet away from any other structure depending on how much they have under that tent. And OSHA governs this, ATF governs this, and this is a confined space inside of a crowded strip mall, and the other business owners did not consent to having $200,000 worth of gunpowder and cardboard crammed in between their stores.
Police say when you shop for fireworks, only go to legitimate businesses. Legal fireworks are bought through wholesalers, transported properly, taxed, and tracked. All right, folks, it's what everyone's been waiting to see today downtown. The grand finale to an all-day 4th of July bash. And earlier today, this was the scene along Market Street downtown. Of course, it was flooded with floats, bombarded by marching bands and pounded by parade goers. This was St. Louis's 141st America's Birthday Parade, part of what's known as Celebrate St. Louis. Many people have made this annual event a family tradition.
I love St. Louis, born and bred here. My husband was from Idaho, but he passed 2 years ago, and this was one of his favorite things to do.
It's very fun because I never got to do this when I was a little kid, so now I get to do them with all my kids.
We just love that St. Louis celebrates it so much, so we love all of the vendors that they put on and seeing everyone come down and celebrate because not a lot of people are downtown that much, so it's nice to see the town busy.
And later in the day, in fact, just moments ago, this was the look at the fireworks display downtown. It wrapped up literally just before we went on air. That big display downtown It's been a city tradition for 43 years. Well, some 4th of July parties and fireworks had to be canceled due to stormy weather today, and now some of them will happen tomorrow instead. That includes the Kirkwood Freedom Festival and Fireworks Show, as well as the Jefferson County Fairground celebration and Washington, Missouri Star Spangled 4th. We've got a full list of delayed or canceled fireworks celebrations for you. All you have to do is text the word fireworks to 314-425-5355. We'll send you a link. Summertime sales. Discounts you should look out for when you buy in July. Dangerous weekend weather disrupting holiday festivities. A look at how one part of the country is facing triple-digit heat, while the other is bracing for tropical storms.
After drenching rain over the last couple of nights for many of us, the last of the stormy weather, it's getting closer as our weather impact alert continues tonight. How these storms could impact your Friday.
Well, if you like saving money, this might be the month for you. With the 4th of July, Amazon Prime Day, and back-to-school sales happening all month, Consumer Report says now is the time to find sales on just about anything.
Get ready for blockbuster savings as Independence Day, Prime Day, and early back-to-school sales all fall in July. Here are a few of the top discounted products Consumer Report says to look out for in this month's best time to buy.
July 4th sales have already been going on since late June, and you can expect big discounts on things like mattresses, large appliances, and also summer items like grills.
This Samsung top freezer refrigerator is as low as $6.94 at Walmart. CR says this 28 fridge is excellent at keeping internal temperatures constant throughout the fridge. Next, out with the lumpy old mattress and in with a new one to help get some Z's during those hot summer nights. Casper's, the one mattress queen, is now as low as $9.95 at Casper. This foam mattress in a box aced CR's mattress durability test and is a great option for back sleepers. Good sleep doesn't stop there. With a top-rated pillow, you can feel your best as soon as you start the day. Coop Sleep Goods, the original pillow, is a CR Smart Buy and is $75 at Amazon and Coop Sleep Goods. Take the savings outside with a brand new grill. The Monument Grill's Mesa Grill is as low as $4.25 at Walmart. And mark your calendars for mid-July when the online sales heat up.
Amazon Prime Day falls on July 16th and 17th this year, and what we tend to see are Black Friday level prices on pretty much everything that Amazon has to offer, but you do need to be a Prime member to shop the sale.
And although it might seem early towards the end of the month, look out for back-to-school sales.
Whether you're looking for new tech devices like a new set of headphones or a laptop or a printer, anything that you're going to need for the back-to-school season, you're going to see discounts this month.
You can enjoy the summer savings all month long.
And if you're looking for something else, Consumer Report says you can expect discounts on dishwashers, washer and dryers, and home security cameras as well. All right, let's go ahead and take a live look outside of St. Louis Lambert International. In just a few hours, there will be an uptick in holiday travel. Today, a little more than 1,300 people flew out of St. Louis, according to TSA. That's going to nearly double by Sunday. Tomorrow, Lambert expects only a couple hundred more travelers than today, but more than 23,000 are expected to fly out on Saturday. Sunday is expected to be the busiest travel day nationwide. Lambert expects more than 25,000 people to fly. Travel experts recommend arriving early and double-checking TSA packing guidelines. For millions across the country, the holiday weekend comes with dangerous weather. Some hit with the heat, while others brace for Hurricane Beryl's impact. Jen Sullivan tracks the latest on the heat and storms.
As the U.S. celebrates Independence Day, millions of Americans are grappling with excessive heat. The entire West Coast and much of the Southern Plains are under heat advisories. Parts of Northern California are not only dealing with triple-digit temperatures, but also wildfires. In Oroville, California, which is about an hour north of Sacramento, thousands of residents are under evacuation orders as the Thompson Fire tears through Butte County.
We're having a very busy, very active start to this fire season.
The blaze destroying at least 3,500 acres since it first broke out earlier this week.
This winter we had a significant amount of rain, but with rain brings growth. And the challenge with that is that fuels and vegetation continues to dry out, and in California that spells the next large wildfire.
Meanwhile, in Atlanta, more than 50,000 runners were participating in the annual Peachtree Road Race, the world's largest 10K. But organizers canceled it before all the participants could finish due to a dangerous heat index near 109 degrees. While relief from the heat comes heading into the weekend, parts of the South will then brace for Hurricane Beryl. Earlier this week, the storm caused horrific damage to countries like Grenada and Jamaica as the earliest Category 5 on record in the Atlantic.
We had damage to some coastal infrastructure in southern parishes. We had damage to agriculture and housing in 2 parishes.
Beryl is now headed towards Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula. It's weakened in strength, but is still expected to bring damaging winds and torrential rain before churning towards Texas. I'm Jen Sullivan reporting.
Let's go ahead and get closer to home now and find out why we're in a weather impact alert tonight. Chief Meteorologist Scott Connell joining us now with that.
You know, we've been talking about these waves of showers and thunderstorms. The last 2 haven't really brought us severe weather, but they brought us a tremendous amount of rain, and that's caused some flooding across parts of the region. As much as 6 to 8 inches of rain tonight, though. The rain holding off so that we can have our fireworks. Still some fireworks there as you look out into St. Charles right now. Scattered thunderstorms developed late this evening across parts of Madison County into Perry County, but the majority of the storms have been down outside the 5 on your side area, down 44 heading into the Ozarks here in southwest Missouri, including Springfield and Branson. Some of those have been strong, but the strongest storms tend to be south of our area. Here's the future cast. We're going to bring those showers and thunderstorms into the Rolla area in the next couple of 3 hours. Then they'll trudge along and south of 44, trying to make it into the metro. The thing about this is, north of St. Louis, you may see very little in the way of rainfall, and then just to the south, it may bump up to where you get 1 inch or 2 of quick rainfall. But by tomorrow morning, by sunrise, most of this is pushing out, leaving us with just clouds around St. Louis, and we'll see improvement as the day wears on. Flood watch is in effect for much of the area, St. Louis and generally onto the south. Keep in mind along the Missouri River, out Interstate 70, that's the area where we've seen that 6 to maybe 8 inches of rainfall, and that's why that flood watch is up, and that's why we're concerned about that potential from some of these heavier storms producing not only the heavy rain, but perhaps a few wind gusts 30 to 40 miles per hour. So we're staying aware overnight tonight, and if you have to drive early tomorrow morning and there has been some heavy rainfall, you don't want to drive over water-covered roads. You just don't want to do that. It can be dangerous. South of St. Louis, there's your band of 1 to 2 inches of rainfall, but again, going from the metro area and to the north, not much. Severe weather threat, all but gone across the region. There's more than 6 inches of rain in Diane's rain gauge down in Melville. Maryville picked up 4 inches. Hillsborough, Missouri, 3.6. These are just numbers from last night and early this morning. The good news is tomorrow is fabulous. Back into the mid and upper 80s. Humidity's dropping off tomorrow afternoon. We are set up for a fantastic Saturday. Highs in the mid to upper 80s, right on target for this time of year, but without excessive humidity. It does get a little warmer on Sunday. The rain chances mostly north and west of St. Louis. So we think the rest of this long 4th of July holiday weekend, if you're lucky enough to get a 4-day weekend, is going to turn out pretty nice. Still steamy out there, though. Feels like 84. 80's our current temperature. 91 was the high today in St. Louis. We'll drop back into the 70s. Most of the showers and thunderstorms tonight will be found south of St. Louis. Tomorrow, we're drying out, decreasing clouds. 88 for the high, 88 on Saturday with bright skies. We go into Sunday and Monday. The humidity starts creeping back in here. And by later Sunday night into Monday, that's when we'll bring another chance for showers and thunderstorms into our picture. And we have to deal with that early next week. But at this point, it doesn't look like it's going to be a prolonged period of rainfall chances like we've just been through with round after round of heavy, strong storms.
Many 4th activities continuing into the weekend.
Absolutely. A lot of festivals going on.
Yep. Thank you, Scott. All right, we've got Corey Miller standing by now with sports.
Well, we've got Cardinals baseball, a soccer team that finally got a win, and hot dogs. What else could you want on the 4th of July? We'll have some fun in sports tonight after the break.
This 5 on Your Side Sports Report is sponsored by Telly Tire and Auto Centers, driving your way since 1942.
In the past month, the Cardinals have only lost 1 series. No, there haven't always been fireworks. In fact, it has been a grind much of the time. But as long as they keep winning, I think fans are all right with that. The Cards wrapped up their series with the Pirates today in Pittsburgh. Patriotic flair for the Cardinals on Independence Day. Look at some of these outfits stepping off the bus. No way the Pirates were winning today against those guys. Cards on the board early. Dylan Carlson, there's an RBI double. 1-0 St. Louis. Andre Palante has taken the 5th starter job and running with it. He was great today. 7 innings, 1 earned run, 5 Ks, and some superb defense as well. A gem from Arenado at 3rd. Palante is pumped after that one. 10th inning now, tied at 1. Pedro Pajes, stay clutch, my friend. That double makes it 2-1 in extras. Then Alec Burleson, little poke, that scores Pajes. 3-1 Cardinals. Some traffic for John King in the bottom half, though. He does come through and helps the Cardinals win the game 3-2 and win another series. They are off to D.C. for the weekend.
It's important, man. You feel good heading to the next city. Mood-wise, just all of it. It carries you through, especially it's hot out there, man. Guys are grinding, and we have a lot of guys that like playing every day. So being able to win that last game of a series, jump on a bird, and head to the next city, you feel good about it.
This 5 on Your Side St. Louis City SC coverage is sponsored by Together Credit Union.
Man, what a month City SC has had this week. That's what it has felt like, at least. Monday, they fire their coach. Tuesday, they announced the signing of big-time transfer Marcel Hartle. And Wednesday, they step up and win their first match since May 11th. Oh yeah, the team plays again on Saturday, too. Let's talk about last night, though. John Hackworth steps in, and things finally go City's way. They get a little bit of luck, a little bit of skill, and most importantly, they get their first win in 53 days. It has been an emotional week following Carnell's firing, but the club has had no choice but to turn the page and get back to work.
So yeah, there is guilt, and that does drive me. That does push me to get better, 100%. Maybe some share the same sentiment as I do. Maybe others don't. But for me, that's definitely a motivating point for me.
I think for some players, it's a new chance. You know, there's no excuses now anymore. You have a chance, and some players on the field tonight, they definitely use this chance very well.
While it's very satisfying, it's not a game that we're going to go crazy about and celebrate and say we've turned our season around. We haven't. It's just the first step in trying to get us back in the right direction.
Update from the college football recruiting trail. Eli Drinkwitz in Mizzou reeled in a big one today. 4-star Florida high school receiver Javen Boggs is going to be a Tiger. Boggs picked Mizzou over UCF, USC, Georgia, and Notre Dame. And if you've been reading the tea leaves lately, this may just be the start of a big recruiting run for the Tigers. Stay tuned. Okay, now to the event of the holiday, the Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest at Coney Island. No Joey Chestnut this year. Remember, he's out for signing with a rival vegan hot dog brand. Plenty of impressive athletic performances, though. This guy drank a gallon of lemonade in 21 seconds. Miki Sudo broke the women's record of 51 hot dogs and buns. And without Chestnut, it was Patrick Bertoletti's day. He took it with 58 dogs to take the belt. Now to my standard July 4th throwback. It is 1986. Michael Jordan and other NBA stars are putting on a hoop show under the arch. How crazy does that sound in 2024? I'm sure today was fun down by the river, but if you were there to see that in 1986, I know you never forgot it. Look at some of these highlights. How cool is that? The greatest of all time, hooping under the arch on Independence Day. It doesn't
right
get any better
here
than
in
that.
St. Louis.
Yeah.
We might have to get him back. Say, hey, can you do this again for us?
I'll leave that to you. Go for it.
I'll make a phone call. Corey, thanks. Much more still ahead. Still standing more than a century later. A look at the history of the original gateway to the West. A local landmark shares a birthday with our country. The Eads Bridge turned 150 today. It's seen by many as the first gateway to the West, being the largest steel bridge to span the Mississippi. Civil engineers say it's impressive that a bridge built so long ago is so resilient, and that it will likely stay standing years after other bridges fall.
The Eads Bridge was the original bridge that was built with resilience in mind. And Eads said, I want it to be around as long as it's useful to the people who come after. It is absolutely still useful to this day. It's impressive.
A new plaque is now on the bridge to showcase the milestone, a century and a half in the making. A lot more than fireworks along the downtown skyline today. Here's a look at air shows that happened before the fireworks. Several planes and jets did stunts and tricks near the arch. And one of the featured pilots is Chuck Coleman, a pilot known for his stunts in the movie Top Gun Maverick. All right, just in time for the 4th of July, NASA capturing this photo of some celestial fireworks. Here's a newly released image of a budding protostar. It's about 100,000 years old, still very young for a star. The firework-like shape comes from a molecular cloud around the baby star. Now, once it's consumed or pushed away, the display will fade and a fully realized star will then be visible. How about that? What
That's
do you make of
pretty
that?
cool.
Yeah, it is
cool.
pretty neat.
Just a little bit better than our show here. Just a little bit.
And released just in time for the holiday. My friends, we hope you had a fun and safe 4th of July. That's all of our time at 10. The Tonight Show, starring Jimmy Fallon, is next. Your news continues at 4 in the morning.